Murder House was without a doubt one of the best seasons of American Horror Story. So, when news broke that Oz would be revisiting this universe with double feature, there were high hopes for the new season. And spoiler alert, those hopes were not dashed. American Horror Story Double Feature is arguably the most ambitious season yet, managing to be both a love letter to past seasons while also feeling fresh and unique. It takes us back to Murder House with the mystery surrounding the Harmon family and their former home. But it's also an all-out slasher film in the vein of Halloween and Black Christmas. That might sound like a weird tonal shift, but trust me, it makes sense. The way that Oz tends to weave different timelines and stories together is brilliant. Also, I am just happy that we got more Evan Peters because he is easily one of the most popular actors in the anthology series. If you haven't seen Double Feature yet, this is your last chance to turn back because there are spoilers ahead. If you have watched it and just need a refresher, then let's jump right into it. The season kicks off with a bang as we meet a young girl named Alma in 1978. She is staying at her grandmother's house after she has a miscarriage, which is really upsetting to her because she wants to have children. While swimming in the pool with her pet monkey, Ally, she meets a mysterious man who offers her a pill that will give her children. Unbeknownst to Alma, these pills will lead to her becoming pregnant with conjoined twins. Years later, we see how Alma has grown up in a mansion isolated from the outside world. She lives with her mother, father, sister, and brother. Her parents seem overprotective, but they're also very eccentric and keep secrets from their kids. One day, Alma and her friends decide to explore outside of the house, where they find mutilated animals, leading them to believe that there's a serial killer on the loose. Alma's father tells her that the outside world is dangerous, so she should just stay inside. Alma doesn't listen and goes to town with her friend, where she meets a police officer named Harry Gardner. They hit it off and Harry asks her out on a date. However, before they can do anything, Alma gets called home by her mom, disobeying her father's orders. Alma sneaks out again and is stalked by a mysterious man in a hockey mask. At the end of the episode, we learn that the mysterious man in the hockey mask is actually Alma's brother, who has been keeping the bodies of their victims inside the house. In the present day, we meet a famous author named Harry Gardner, who is now married with children. He moves his family into the same house where he had his first date with Alma. Little does he know, though, that his past is about to catch up to him. As we get deeper into the season, it becomes clear that there's some sort of curse on this house. Every time someone dies in it, they come back as a ghost and haunt it. This includes the original owner, who we learn is gay and killed his lover after he became ill. After killing him, he put his body in the walls of the house, and that's what's causing all of the bad things to happen to people. Meanwhile, Harry starts having visions of Alma, and she warns him that he's in danger. Because of the visions, Harry decides to leave town with his family, but they soon find themselves being stalked by a mysterious killer. We learn that the killer is actually Harry's son, who's obsessed with Alma. He believes that she's real, and he's trying to protect her from the ghosts in the house. Harry is able to defeat his son, but he doesn't survive the ordeal. His wife and kids, however, do make it out alive and are presumably safe from whatever evil lurks in the house. With all of that going on, you might think that I forgot about the whole mystery surrounding the Harmon family, but you'd be wrong. In the final episodes of the season, we learn that the Harmon family never died. Their house was just demolished. And now they're back to seek revenge on those who destroyed their home. They kill everyone in their path, and even their own mother. In the end, we see that Alma is now running the house as some sort of bed and breakfast. And she's still haunted by the ghosts of her past. Now that we know how the season wraps up, let's talk about why it's such a great love letter to past seasons. Not only does it bring back the murder house storyline, but it also pays homage to other fan-favorite seasons. For example, the whole slasher aspect of the story is reminiscent of the infamous Red Tide season. There's also a lot of themes that are similar to Asylum, especially when it comes to religion and faith. And finally, Apocalypse is referenced when we see Michael Langdon and the Rubber Man make a brief appearance. So, next, let's discuss what could be done better. Although the season does a great job of paying homage to the source material, it doesn't really feel like a true Murder House sequel. We don't get enough closure on the original characters, and the new ones aren't developed enough. For example, we don't learn what happened to Tate or Violet after they left the house in Murder House. And the new character of Harry Gardner isn't given enough screen time. Another problem with the season is that it tries to be too ambitious. There are a lot of storylines that could have been explored further, but the show just didn't have enough time. For example, the backstory of the original owner could have been expanded upon. And there's also a lot of potential for more stories to be told in that world. The show also introduces a new character in the present-day timeline, but nothing really happens with that character. It feels like they were just thrown in there to raise the stakes, but it doesn't work because we don't care about this character. However, the biggest problem with the season is definitely its pacing. It takes way too long for the plot to move forward. There are entire episodes that could have been cut out of the season, and it wouldn't have made a difference. And even though the season is only 10 episodes, it feels much longer. This could have been fixed by focusing on fewer storylines, but AHS just didn't do that. Overall, Double Feature is still a good season, despite its flaws. It's entertaining to watch and has a lot of great moments. If the show had taken less risks, it could have been a great season. But as it stands, it's probably the weakest of the bunch. Still, I would recommend watching it if you're a fan of American Horror Story. What did you think of American Horror Story Double Feature? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to check out my other videos and subscribe if you want to see more like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.